attorney Shane Jasmine Young. I'm the founder of Young Law Group and Women Decision Makers, and we are here at the Salt Room in Summerlin in the beautiful Salt Cave with Ava Musikian, and you are the owner of the Salt Room.
I am.
And tell us a little bit about what it is that the Salt Room is and what you do.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me on this beautiful afternoon. And thank you for coming and hosting this event here. This is so, I'm honored to host this event inside the cave, actually. So it is a complete microclimate of a salt cave. As you can see, there's about 20,000 pounds of Himalayan salt surrounding us. It creates a very sterile environment and energetically and physically, so there's no germs, bacteria, and fungus that lives inside salt. So for people with respiratory issues or skin disorders, this is a natural environment to breathe better, to feel better, and just spending 45 minutes inside a secluded cave doing nothing. I think there's benefit in just that alone.
Right. We've been here for about an hour now talking and sharing our experiences, and I can tell you that I feel better even just being here and not even paying attention to some of those things. But what is it that you feel really has driven you to have this particular type of business? Why is it that, what brought you here?
Well, a lot of things brought me here. For one, I've always wanted to open a business. I always said at 33 I'm going to own my own business. I don't know why the number, why this kind of business, I have no idea, but breaking free from the corporate world was one of my whys. Second why is, of course, when you go through life, things happen and you need creative outlets, right? So this was one of my creative outlets. It allowed me the platform to feel, to create, and to basically make a space for others to come and rejoice themselves. But it's just like anything else in life. I think the Salt Room has sort of evolved into something I did not expect it to evolve. I thought I'm opening an allergy center, and here we are, a women empowering platform that completely not something I could ever imagine. It actually is bigger and better than I thought, and the idea behind it and has evolved to something a lot greater than me, a lot greater than the space, and I'm very honored to be part of that journey.
Yes, it's exciting to be able to connect with women like you that are in the community, doing things, sharing your experience, inviting others to be more healthy, to have a better sense of well-being. I think that's phenomenal, and that's why I wanted to invite you to participate in the panel. The next panel that we're doing is, or the next event, the next Women Decision Makers event that we're doing is January 29th at the Bottega Exchange, and the panel is focusing on health and wellness. So with you being the owner of the Salt Room and the opportunity for people in our community, families, women, to be able to come and take a time out and do something that really is going to benefit them spiritually, health-wise, professionally, and be able to connect with others that are in other spaces, I think is very, very valuable.
Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, I think the Salt Room, I call myself the self-care liaison around town. You probably know me by that nickname. And the idea behind it, of course, that was the third why I never got into, but when you are a type A person, which you are, probably double A at this point, you absolutely need that, it's a necessity to pause.
Right.
We're not a machine. At some point it breaks down, it needs some oil change or something, we need to pause and replenish. And self-care was definitely completely absent out of my life. I was, married with a child, with a work, with a family, and so you sort of lose yourself in that, right? You never ever anymore cook for yourself. You sort of just live for others, and one day it just broke down, and I realized that that's what I was missing. So Salt Room definitely became that one-stop shop where you come in and you self-care, whatever form it looks like for you, whether it's a massage or a relaxation in the cave, or it's a yoga class, meditation class, or simply just hanging out in the salt cave or the children's room with your child even. That alone also allows you to pause, because you are there for 45 minutes, an hour, whatever the time permits, and you're doing nothing.
Right.
And so self-care, I think, is very essential for everybody, especially for women like us who are entrepreneurs, who are juggling 15 different things at the same time, who are basically strapped to the schedule.
Right.
and plug that in, and just magic happens. And wellness is extremely important these days. I think a lot of people are starting to embrace the idea of wellness and self-care, and that's why I think this panel is going to be amazing. This event is going to be phenomenal. Thanks for putting it together.
Yeah, my pleasure. I'm so excited to be able to hear more about you and the services that you provide that are offered, and we're going to be offering them to the women decision makers. So it's going to be a great time. Another thing that we're doing for the month of February is a 21-day self-care challenge. So this ties in very, very nicely. And it's going to be a nice opportunity for women and as part of our group to be able to learn more about things that we can be implementing in our day-to-day lives. And one of the things that I have set as far as an intention for this year is to slow down and take time and make sure that I am recharging and doing things like coming to the salt room.
Because you're that much more effective.
Right.
You're that much more efficient when you're rested, you slept well, you've got your little yoga or massage fix, whatever it is that you're into. Even if it's just reading a book in front of you, on the couch and doing nothing. But this is going to be a great event, and I actually have a surprise for all the attendees. Okay. We won't be disclosing much here, but everyone's going to be thrilled.
Yes.
So it makes them surprise for everybody.
I'm excited for it. Now, if people want to get more information about you and the Salt Room and the services that you provide, how can they get that?
Well, we have 2 locations in the Valley. One is in Summerlin and one is in Henderson. Our website is www.saltroomlv.com, and we have both locations listed there, both phone numbers. If you have any self-care needs, we can even get you in for free consulting. But there's a lot to choose from. Just check it out.
Well, thank you so much for inviting us to the Salt Room, for sitting with us and telling us a little bit more about you and the business. And I'm really excited to have you at the upcoming Women Decision Makers Breakfast on January 29th at 8 a.m. at the Bottega Exchange. We will be there from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. We will have the panel on health and wellness. And if you want to RSVP, you can RSVP at ylgwdm.com. We also have a bunch of other information, including things like our gear, our WDM gear, our t-shirts and other goodies if you want to be able to go online and purchase items. So ylgwdm.com.